So let's talk about movie accurate foam. When I first saw this on the Fan Strike Back website, I don't really need that because it's going in the orange and blue trash compactor. And Rob Shapiro said he was so happy with the plug that I gave him that he sent me this and he sent me this. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, you know, I think I do have a place to use the movie accurate foam. And I mentioned this in a previous video. So here is my Palatoy / Toll Toys Death Star, which has not been assembled in about 16 years. Now here are some replacement stands that I bought off eBay recently, and in here are little stands of a very similar design that came with the Toll Toys Death Star. So let's look that over. Let me get to the base playset and show you something really quick. But the very bottom piece I want you to see in here. Wow. This is how I know it's a Toll Toys instead of a Palatoy. It says it right there. So that's the underside of this that you very seldom would see. But you've got the 12 original figures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, including a vinyl cape Jawa, who unfortunately is in one of the most worn places on it, so you can't really see him. But it says trademarks owned by 20th Century Fox Film Corporation and used by Toll Toys under authorization. Authorization spelled with an S, so you know that's the foreign spelling. But Toll Toys right there is a sticker. That one is raised, but then why is that Toll Toys printed? I don't know. But there is the bottom of it, and I will try to remember how to assemble this thing, because this is one of those items that I bought secondhand and I never had instructions for it. And while I'm doing this, oh, also several pin marks on here. Ballpoint pen, ballpoint pen, ballpoint pen, ballpoint pen, ballpoint pen. I don't know who did it or why. Previous owner did that. And then you can see some discolored areas where I tried to take off the ballpoint pen. And I love the Mylar here to make the chasm look bottomless. But anyway, somebody wrote on it with pen in several places. And then I tried to get the pin marks off, resulting in that whitish discoloration there, whatever chemical I was using, and then decided I was doing worse damage to it than the pin marks, so I stopped. Also dig that crazy Dianoga in there. So, now if memory serves, the main thing you got to do is make two pieces interlock. And then the rest of it's fairly simple to figure out after that. Tell you a funny story while I'm doing this. Star Wars got me in trouble one time. Financial burdens notwithstanding, this is a very specific story of getting in trouble. I was doing a mentor program with school, and we could go see how jobs are done at the radio station. We could go see, you know, different things. And for my second go round, I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and I just kind of wound up like helping out at a school, like learning to be a teacher almost. And caution striping. I guess I can put that on a ghost strap if I need to. So this is a wall, and yeah, that would go there. But back to the mentor program. I was perplexed by something one day. I was trying to demonstrate it to these kindergartners, and I don't know, I guess I was in about the 8th grade. I was maybe 14 years old, so I would have seen Star Wars and Empire and Jedi by that point in my life. And something that I was doing perplexed me, and I said, what the, you know, it was a very Han Solo line of dialogue, you know, what the, But he never finishes the thought. He never actually says the curse word, you know. So then one of the kids, one of these kindergartners, when I said, what the kindergartner said, what the hell? And the other kids all laughed, right? So I didn't say the curse word. The kid said the curse word. And not knowing what else to do, I just ignored it and didn't, you know, try to get on to them. I'm just a couple of years older than them. I'm not actually their teacher. I'm just sort of helping out for the day. Well, then I get a report that I guess one of the kids said that I swore. I said a curse word in front of them and everything. So then the person that was doing my mentor program has to have a little conference with me and tell me, you know, be careful what you say in front of the kids. I'm like, I didn't say anything in front of the kids. I said, what the, and left off. I didn't actually say anything else. So yeah, I felt like I was, you know, punished for nothing there. I didn't really do anything. The kid already knew the curse word. He didn't learn it from me. I didn't say the curse word, but whatever. So a similar thing happened though, probably earlier than that, but my cousin called his sister, his baby sister, what we would today say is a homophobic slur, and I was like, don't call her that. And he's like, why not? And you know, the first thing that popped into my head, I'm a young kid. Now this piece that I just put in there is actually torn off. It should be continuous at the top and just open as a flap, but either it was already torn when I got this or it tore shortly after. But it's a very weak point. Paper as a hinge, just maybe not the best idea in the world. All right, I'm about to put in the wall of the trash compactor now. And I think for today I'm not actually going to tab that in. I'm just going to sort of leave it there where it is. Alright, and a couple more floors and we're done. But my cousin calls his sister this word, and I said, well, don't call her that. He wants to know why. So the first thing that popped into my head to answer him was to say, well, because girls can't be that. You know, only a boy could be that. That specific slur that he had said. If you're curious or if you can't figure it out from the clues, another definition for it could be another caution stripe. Could be a bundle of sticks. But anyway, so I said don't call her that because she's a girl. Girls can't be that. I said, oh, okay. So apparently, after leaving my grandparents' house, then wherever they're headed to next, my aunt hears my cousin in the back seat of the van saying, only boys can be blank. And she's like, what are you saying? He's like, oh, just something Alex told me. I didn't teach him the word. He had learned that word earlier that trip from a different cousin on his other side of the family. But of course, it came back that I was the one teaching him this word and what it meant. And so then I get the lecture from my aunt, you know, don't be teaching him things like that. It's like, I didn't teach him anything. Your side of the family taught him that. Oh well. Alright, so I guess this notch is there. And then these V-shaped notches go here and here. Excellent. And then there's this little gunner seat, which I always thought was kind of neat. One of the only plastic parts to it. Sort of a vacuum form piece. A lot of these Palatoy items were like that. And then it's got a canopy. And then the guns for it are actually just X-Wing fighter guns. So, but this then becomes the dome, the very top of the playset. Yay! Alright, and then you've got the actual trash compactor chute that goes in under here. I'm not going to put it in. And you've got these 5 pieces here that hold the walls to the base. I'm not going to put those in. And then these 5 little stands came with it in clear plastic. And they look very, very similar to those that I bought off eBay that were reproductions. Yeah, I'd say that is a pretty close approximation. The only difference would be, the only visible difference that I can see right now is that these older ones are a little more, you know, scraped and scratched, and these are a little more clear there. So yeah, pretty good approximation of those. So let's look at the foam and see how well it goes in our Palatoys or Toy trash compactor. Well, hang on. Alright, I raised this up so the camera can see it a little bit better. So that's what the trash compactor mechanism does. You know, when I filmed this for Whoever Dies with Most Toys Wins, I remember like getting the camera right in there, but I did not realize how confined of a space that is there. So it doesn't have very much room to work, but that is how it works. So let's see what it would look like with some of this movie accurate foam from the Fan Strike Back put in there. And I think it would just sort of go better with all the browns and everything. So probably more than enough for that tiny of a space. So we'll just drop a Stormtrooper in there just so you can kind of see. Alright. I'd say that's the perfect product, if you have one, to get the movie accurate foam from the Fan Strike Back / Rob Shapiro. So big thank you to Rob again for providing those. I noticed that it is still sold out on the Fan Strike Back. I placed another order with them because I got another one of those emails telling me that I would get $15 off from the fanstrikeback.com if I placed an order and paid with PayPal. And so I ordered something that was marked down to $14.99. And then there was a promo code for, I guess, Halloween that gave you whatever percentage off, and that took care of shipping. So basically I was charged 79 cents or something ridiculously small like that to get some more of those off-color repro guns that I liked. So anyway, here is my Toys Death Star assembled for the first time in a very, very long time, like a decade and a half, with some brand new foam in there from Rob Shapiro. Shapiro, Shapiro, Shapiro. So next I just have to figure out how to get this ring off without breaking it so I can replace the foam on the Dagobah. I know Toyaholic did a video on this topic. I'll have to refresh myself and see if there's a particular method to removing that ring without breaking the plastic. Alright, thank you for watching.